Hello and welcome to this micro training video from FMCG Academy. Simply pause on the screen if you want to read through the cover slide. Today we're going to specifically talk about brand mission, but I'm hoping you have seen the previous video which captures the differences between brand mission, vision, positioning, personality and identity. If you haven't, please make sure you have a look at that. Today what we're going to try and do is focus on brand mission and write an example. Just to reiterate what we've already discussed in the previous video, brand mission captures who are we and what do we do. Two very fundamental questions which are the basic reason of existence for a brand. This document can be, or statement can be, internal or external. It can be both. A lot of times brand missions are kept internal, but I've seen external ones too. And you need to write it every 5 years or earlier, and that pretty much depends on which category or segment you are within the FMCG space. Before we get into writing one, I just wanted to make sure we understand what are the key mandatories, what I call what is necessary that a brand mission must have. So the key mandatories for a brand mission. We'll start with the number one mandatory, which I think is it needs to be just simple. Simplicity is important, and by simple I mean no jargon. Jargon at a lot of times is confusing, as well as is trying more to show the capability of the writer rather than trying to communicate. So it needs to be simple to the level that it is easily understood by anyone on the shop floor or the factory floor, or as well as all the high up and external organizations. So it needs to be very simple. Coming back, in terms of the second aspect it needs to have, which is a mandatory, it needs to be short. I don't think you can have something which is too long. So you're looking at, in my view, a max of 25 words. If you can manage it within that. I've seen brand missions which go into paragraphs and explanations, and it basically again shows that whoever has written it or the group that have written it have not really aligned on a very clear mission statement, and everyone's getting their 2 cents in, so it's got to have everything incorporated, or it needs to explain so much that it insults the intelligence of the readers of the brand mission. The third aspect it needs to look at is, which is very, very important, I think, the statement must in some form communicate that you are thinking big. Thinking big is important in a mission statement, because you're not going to write it every 2 months. And when you think big and you communicate simply and in a short manner, it tends to be inspirational in my view. So it becomes inspirational, which people can believe in, and they believe in it and they strive to achieve it or work with it. The next one, which I think is very important, is it has to be focused or specific, as you might call it. It can be focused or specific. So it definitely needs to be not vague. It needs to be not vague. It can't be vague and fluffy and unsure and talk of we're going to change the world while we're making a little orange juice here or an orange drink here, and we're actually going to provide moments of world-changing behavior in our users. So all that sort of stuff is like people see through that. So the example I'm going to use is I'm going to make a fictional brand out here called Ola, which is a brand which operates in the orange flavored. They make orange flavored beverages. So Ola is a brand of orange flavored beverages. We are not defining whether it's artificially flavored or naturally flavored, etc. So Ola's brand mission could be, for example, to make and sell the best orange flavored beverage in the world. Pardon my handwriting, it's not that good. Future videos I hope to get much better with this, because It's still not to the standard I'd like it to be. So to make and sell the best orange flavored beverage in the world, let's have a look. Is it simple? I think it pretty much ticks the box. There's no jargon. I've not put in any fancy terms in here which are going to show my capability rather than communicate. To make and sell the best orange flavored beverage in the world. It's very, very simple. Is it short? We said 25 words. How many have we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, 9 and 3. We've got 12 words. So, that's not bad. Take that word. Are we thinking big? We've got two things which highlight the bigness of our mission statement. One is we want to sell the best in the world. So that's pretty aspirational, which then becomes inspirational if you understand what I'm trying to communicate here. And then are we focused? We manufacture and we sell it. So that gives you a bit of focus, but the big focus out here is we are an orange flavored beverage. So it's pretty focused. It's not saying we're going to sell any beverage. We're selling liquids of fun and we're going to provide optimism to the world. Those sort of vague statements of the 80s and 90s, and still some modern brands tend to have them hanging around their halo, which just don't make sense. Now you could put a qualifier here and say, look, here's a little asterisk mark, and we're going to measure the best is going to be measured by an XYZ consumer panel. So you could put that in there. And look, if you turn out to be not the best in an annual consumer panel, then you're off your mission and you need to get back on it. I hope that kind of gives you an example of what a brand mission should be and how it should be written. Enjoy writing yours or improving your brand's mission. Talk to you later.